milk will definitely will help in that repair. And the most important thing is the sleep pattern. At what time we should sleep? As per Ayurveda, especially in this phase, a woman should get in bed by 10 p.m. or before 10 p.m. What is the reason behind it? And she should get rise before 6 a.m. 10 to 2 is the Pitta age as per Ayurveda, Pitta time, and 2 to 6 in the morning is the Vata period. So we have to get in bed before 10 and arise before 6, so that further imbalance of Pitta and Vata will not happen. That is the important thing you need to follow in this period. That was all about the lifestyle modification. Now I will discuss the diet modification. We have discussed that we need to create a balance between Vata and Pitta doshas. So we have to work on these doshas only. We have to follow the diet which is good for Pitta and Vata. First, I will discuss about the Pitta balancing guidelines. What are these? We have to avoid excessive spicy food, fried food in this phase. Excess use of food which is high in fats are avoidable, like cheese, salted butter, etc. And we have to limit excess of salt and sugar both. In this phase, if we are vegetarian, it is very good to be a vegetarian, because if you are non-vegetarian, you have to limit intake of egg, meat, seafood. There are some factors that trigger this phase. These are 3 factors: tea, coffee, tobacco or smoking, and alcohol. So you must avoid these 3 trigger factors during this phase. We generally, in these days, we take processed fermented food in the form of cakes, muffins. So we have to avoid these processed or fermented food. At least you should follow this diet restriction for 6 months at least, so that you can see the changes. The things which are totally avoidable are tomatoes, chilies, garlic, raw onion, soya sauces, chili sauces, and breads even. In the Pitta guideline, we should also take care that we should avoid excess of heat or steam. If we are exercising, we should do it in the cooler part of the day. What is the right diet for Pitta? Now what is the right diet for Pitta? I told you about the avoidable things, but what is the right diet for Pitta? Right diet is, you have to get enough fiber in your diet. You can get it through whole grain cereals like wheat, barley, oat, rice. That are good source of fiber. And you can take at least 2 to 3 servings of fruits and vegetables. But you have to take care that you should avoid sour foods, because it can aggravate Pitta. Increase your iron intake also through green leafy vegetables and nuts. In this phase, we need to take care of our bones also. So the food should be high in calcium intake also. Like dairy products we can use, cow ghee, milk we can take. In the vegetables we can have broccoli, legumes Chickpeas are also good for us in this phase. We can take yogurt, but it should be blended with spices and water. Not directly we can take that yogurt. In that phase, definitely we have to take plenty of water, but we have to avoid aerated water or aerated drinks in any ways. For cooking, we can use coconut oil, olive oil, and sunflower oil. And you can cook your food with some spices which are basically Pitta pacifying, like cardamom cinnamon fennel turmeric So these are the things for Pitta. And one more thing, we can take pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds occasionally. These are also good for us in this phase, if we are having the symptoms related to Pitta, much of heat in the system. Now comes the Vata balancing guidelines. If a woman is just before the menopause, she starts showing the symptoms of Vata more, and the Pitta gets subsided, because the phase is a transitional phase. So what are the things we can do to manage that Vata? We have to avoid excessive cold frozen and raw food, and do not skip the meals. These days we have heard so much about intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is so common these days, but as per Ayurveda, it is not good in this phase. As per Ayurveda, it will imbalance our Pitta and Vata dosh both. What is the objective of having this intermittent fasting? To maintain a healthy weight. We can achieve this if we follow the rhythm of the day as per Ayurveda. So we don't need to skip the meal. We can cut portions of the meal, and we have to take at least 5 meals in a day with a gap of 2 to 3 hours. In this guideline, we have to follow that we have to take plenty of fluids, plenty of rest, and we should keep ourselves calm, because if we get anxious, that will again imbalance our Vata dosh. The things that are totally restricted in this phase are tomatoes hai, potatoes hai, and eggplant hai, and spinach, especially if you have the muscle pains or stiffness in your joints. So you have to avoid totally these things in your food. So what are the right diet for balancing Vata? You have to always use warm and well cooked food, and the fruits we are taking should be sweet, properly ripened, and juicy foods. Cook your food with the less oil and with the spices like coriander again. In this case, we can use garlic, because here we have to manage Vata. Previously, I told in the case of Pitta, you have to avoid garlic, but in this case, we can take garlic. Take seeds and nuts, like flax seeds you can have in the morning, and you can have soaked almonds in this phase, which are also good in this phase, phase 2. So that was all about the diet modifications. Now I will talk about the herbs. I can't talk about much about the medicines here, but I will definitely let you know what are the herbs useful for menopause. Aloe vera, we have heard about, this is a very common herb used these days. We have to use the aloe vera gel. Aloe vera has it is high in phytoestrogens. Basically ये plant food में मिलता है. It is a natural plant. It is a natural hormone that is found in this aloe vera gel, and this aloe vera is a powerful of various nutrients and vitamins. You can extract this gel and have it in the empty stomach in the morning. What you have to do to extract this gel? You have to take a leaf of aloe vera, cut it from the edges, and divide it in 4 inches pieces of that leaf, and soak in a bowl full of water for 24 hours. On the next day, after 24 hours, you will see a yellow liquid will come out. That is definitely a toxic part of that gel. So it will expelled out, and then you can consume it in the morning, empty stomach. It will be around 4 tablespoons of aloe vera gel. You can mix it with 20 ml of water or 4 tablespoons of water in the morning. So it will definitely, the phytoestrogen present in the aloe vera will definitely correct the hormonal imbalance. The next herb is Shatavari. Shatavari is very good, very important herb for women in every phase of her life, during pregnancy and during the reproductive phase. So what is the benefit of taking this Shatavari? It will act on the nervous system. जो mood swings होते हैं female में, definitely it will get improved by use of this Shatavari. The dosage is 500 milligram twice per day, and it will definitely improve the hormone function also. The third herb is fenugreek seeds, methi dana. It is a wonder seed. What we have to do? Soak half teaspoonful of fenugreek seeds at night, and morning में उसको filter करके you can take it in the empty stomach. It has natural hormone balancing properties, so definitely it will help you in that phase. The fourth phase is the Ashoka. Basically, it will help in, we have heard of the medicines like Ashoka Arist. This is also a good herb or a good woman tonic that is used in generally irregular periods. So irregular periods may be used generally Ashoka Arist, but it depends upon the condition whether the patient has irregular periods, or if she is missing her period. That depends upon individual to individual. Then the next thing is the Triphala. we all have heard about Tifla. It is a combination of 3 herbs that are Harar, Bahera and Amla. This balances all the 3 doshas, Vata, Pitta and Kapha. So it is useful in every disease. I generally advise this to have it during this menopause because it is a rejuvenator and it will definitely prevent aging process. So it is a transition, it is a phase of transition. So I generally prescribe to take it for 6 months regularly. For you can have it like half teaspoonful of Triphala at bedtime with lukewarm water. In addition to these herbs, we can also take Chyawanprash. As we all know, it increases immunity and it prevents aging. Again, it is a rejuvenator. So we can use this, we can have this Chyawanprash half teaspoonful in a day at any time, preferably after meals, unless you have a issue with your cholesterol levels. So that was all about the use of herbs and things that are useful in this phase. So with the help of right diet, lifestyle modifications, yoga, breathing exercises, use of some herbs, in case of Ayurvedic medicines also we can use in case of excessive symptoms. So we can correct these, we can make a balance of Pitta and Vata in this phase by following this regime. And we don't need to depend on artificial hormone therapy and the pills too. So let's make an effort, all of us, let's make an effort to follow this Ayurvedic approach towards menopause, so that we can easily or smoothly pass through this age. It is not, it is just a natural transition for every woman to have it in her life. It is nothing artificial in it. So we can easily pass through this age if we follow this Ayurvedic approach. So I hope this session was useful for all of you. So that was all for today. So I would like to tell you that if you have any query, you can just comment me in the comment section. I will try to resolve them later on, definitely. So that was all for today. Thank you for joining me.